Hello, I'm Lin Strobel and welcome to episode 8 of my Enigmatica 2 series here on, well, not on the server, but on a test world, which is just a flat world with a glass top so no mobs will spawn. The reason is I added a mod to do some calculations for me, and that doesn't work on the server, so I'm doing it here. This mod can help you determine how many resources you need for something. For example, I've told it that an oak wood block gives you 4 wooden planks and it requires a crafting table. I told it that the wooden trapdoor requires 6 planks and uses a crafting table. So if I check what a wooden trapdoor requires, it's 2 oak wood. If I want 2 trapdoors, it's still 2 oak wood. If I want 3 oak trapdoors, it's 3 oak wood, because that gives me 12 planks and thus 4 trapdoors. For 5, I should get 5 oak wood. If I want to have 128 oak trapdoors, I need 96 oak wood, which is really useful. So I gave it all the recipes for things like the controller, for the solar panel, the photovoltaic cell which is needed by the solar panel, etc, etc. Unfortunately, I can only show one item here at a time, which is quite annoying. So what I did is I made some custom recipes here. This one says tier 6, but actually it's not. It is just whatever you need for a tier 1 void ore miner, and according to the wiki, that is the controller, 24 structure frames tier 1 or above, 20 structure panels, 2 laser cores, and a clear laser lens. And if we look at the recipe for this, I need to go back first. This also requires a laser lens. So if I look at the recipe for the void ore miner controller tier 6, it will tell me I need 2 lenses, which is 14 glass. And I need some other glass for other bits. So these are all the parts I need for the void ore miner controller tier 1 plus parts. Now I did the same for some other things I want, like the solar panel, which is a tier 1 panel, no modifiers, frames, and literite solar cells. I also want to make the rotating elevators from open blocks, which requires blue wool, iron and ingot, and a ender pearl. And for all of the elevators I want 2. So this tells me what I want to have for 2 elevators. This tells me what I want to have for 2 power cells and 2 power cell cards. And this Enderman head tells me what I want to have for a void ore miner controller tier 6, a solar array tier 6, regular power cells 2, and 2 elevators. I hope you follow this. But that's it. This is what I need for everything I'm going to build today. The only problem is we don't have literite. But we can make literite. We can make literite from lime dye, green dye, flint, and diamond. So if we go here, if we look at a literite and we say, what's the recipe? I can do it from here, I think. Yes. So I say move items, and it says, okay, you'll make 4 literite crystals with these parts, and it's Ordix, which is quite nice, and you'll need a crafting table. Now, I don't really need this right now, what they call the catalysts. So that could be machines, that could be sack mill or alloy smelt or something like that. But now if we save literite crystal, now instead of showing us that we need so many literite crystals, it tells us, no, you need 92 dye green and 92 dye lime and 184 flint, 57 diamonds. So this is really useful for bigger projects, and in this case this is quite a big project. It's like, this is all the stuff that you want to make. Now the only thing I didn't add here yet is the assembler, which is not too hard. It's another obsidian and another literite, and the digital guide, which is like a manual that requires a book and a literite crystal. So I'm going to add this all up and gather this. Back on the FGOT server, I can't see the mod in here, which makes sense because the server doesn't know about it. Remember that Joker box I got as a loot chest? This should be everything I need. I forgot to add 2 things. One of them is the digital guide, which is not that hard. It's just, a book with one of those crystals. And then the other one is the assembler, which is 2 obsidian and a crystal. So there's obsidian in here, there's a book in here. The black concrete we'll make from floral powder, gravel and sand. I changed my mind about the elevators. They're going to be red, and they're going to be the directional ones. This should be everything it needs. These 2 I'll show you how to make concrete the easy way, and this is going to be the storage for the void ore miner. Everything I need should be in here, except for prismarine shards. I actually don't have any prismarine shards. And also, I should harvest my ender pearls while I'm here. So, we do have in our village a small, actually additions house that you can identify by the actually additions crops that are in the garden. There's a composter, there's a fermenting barrel, bunch of stuff in here, and upstairs there's a small coal generator. There's the atomic reconstructor, and there's the wireless energy laser relay. We can't pick these up. If I try to break them, they'll disappear. Yeah, the void crystal block, actually I might be able to pick that up, but it's not really useful. This is useful, this machine, and actually I think, can I get there? Well, not easily. Okay, never mind, that's okay. In case you don't know how this works, the nuclear, no, what is it again? Atomic reconstructor, not nuclear, but I was close. Atomic reconstructor has a bunch of recipes. It sends a laser, and without a lens it can change redstone into redstonia, diamond into diamantine, let's see, iron into inori, etc. You can make lenses as well, which have a lot of functionalities that we may come up later. Soul sand from sand, that could be quite good. Leather from rotten flesh, blah blah. This is what I want. Prismarine shard from a nether quartz. So I drop some nether quartz in front of it, press the button, and we have 4 prismarine shards. So let's put down our chest, and let's start oh, not you. I'm gonna first craft the black concrete, and for that I'm gonna first make black concrete powder. Now this is vanilla, so you would know how this works. And normally in vanilla you use your offhand, you place it, and you break it, and you place it, and you break it, basically. Here we get the well from Pam's Harvest Crafts, which is another infinite water source. Ender IO tank on top, and we tell the tank to pull from the bottom. And I was hoping it would pull from the well. It doesn't. So let's instead grab our kitchen sink from cooking with blockheads. I can just swap them out, it's easy enough. I can still use my kitchen sink here. If I, let's see, well, I can't really show it, but oh, I can. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. I can still right click it with a bucket and get water. I've disassembled everything here. The hopper is blocked with this lever, which is far enough away from the trapdoors not to interfere. Everything is placed in stasis on the ground. Therefore, because I don't need it right now. And we're just saving the server a lot of work. I also changed out all the doors from the player detecting to use pressure plates. These are the framed pressure plates I used as well for the charcoal. these are the player ones. So if you continue to put them in your crafting grid, you have one that reacts to mobs, you have one that reacts to players. If we do it now, now we see water coming in. It's not quick, but water's coming in. Now we drop in our concrete powder, and it doesn't even take RF. It just has to wait for another bucket to be filled, and it makes black concrete. How easy is that? Right. I'm also going to now first make elevators, because I'm tired of running around and jumping up and down. So what we're going to do is 2 elevators. And these are the rotating elevators, which I quite like. Now here is a door, or maybe up there. Let's actually, is it safe? Yeah, I think it's relatively safe outside right now. I don't know if anybody needs sleeping. Needs night, I mean. Oh, there you go. Anybody needs night? We'll see. Maybe we'll make it day. I like Astral Sorcery as a mod, but on a server it's always a pain, because you always need you need to have darkness. Okay, I think I'm gonna place it here. And I guess we didn't need night. That's nice. Okay, right there. Okay. Now if I place it like this, it's gonna look forward, as you can see right here. And then okay, one more jump down. This will be the last one. And then we go straight below here. Break this block and place another one like this. And this is much easier to getting up and down. The rotating elevator makes it so that I always face that direction. So even if I come running like this, I go up with space, I face forward. If I go like this and go down with shift, I will still face the same direction. So yeah, you always get rotated the right way. Now I was thinking of making it blue to fit with the floor or the ceiling, but it's never gonna fit here anyway. There's no color of the open blocks elevators that looks remotely like the floor that we have. The brown is really brown. This is not orange either. It's not really pink. So I thought, let's go just for then a contrasting color, red, because it stands out nicely, and I don't expect I'll be using much red in the build anyway. So concrete's all done. See, how nice is that? We got that part done already. Now I'm gonna need a bunch of these crystals. So let's see, I'm gonna take all of the materials out, and I'm going to shift this one in. And what am I missing? I am missing a stack of flint, it seems. Let's see, try that again. Because the amount of dye should match exactly with the amount of flint. Let's see. So we have let's see, we have 2.5 stacks of each dye. Come on. That means we should have 5 stacks of flint. And I only have 3 stacks of flint. Probably something I did wrong when I copied it. Try again. This should match exactly. And now I'm out of diamonds. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't remember what I did wrong. I don't know, but I did wrong. I'm gonna make these first, and then we'll see how much we need of the dyes and flint later. But it's weird. I got a stack left of both of these. Maybe I got I need one stack and 32, not two stacks and 32. I just checked my document here. I'm glad I didn't make them all. Okay. Now, there's two things we want to make first, and that is the book and the want that the assembler. Assembler does exactly that. It assembles the whole construction for us when we're ready for it. We have the red wool left over. That's fine. Okay. White glass is from what I was putting glass in here. The digital guide, which is actually from a different mod called Valkyrie Lib, tells us everything about environmental materials. Hopefully, well, no, nothing, but it tells us about environmental tech. The crystals, it tells you how to get, or yeah, all the different tiers that there's there. The assembler, how to use, hold or spam right click on controllers to assemble, shift right click breaks multi-block, shift right click controller breaks a full multi-blocking creative, which we're not left click controllers for list of required blocks. And then, if we look at solar arrays, there's blah 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 blah, a lot of information here. I'm not going to go through all of this. It tells you that the solar tier 1 generates peak 270 RF a tick or FE a tick. Forge energy, redstone flux, immersive engineering flux, it's all the same. 270, it's not a lot, but we're going to upgrade to tier 2, 3, 4, blah blah. Tier 6, we're getting 93,000. And we can actually increase that a bit more with the piezo modifiers. Or I think maybe that's only during rain. Anyway, we're starting off light. It tells us what we need. 9 solar cells, which can be any type. We're going to start out with the iridium because that's the only crystal we have. And there's lightning rods, which is also quite fun. But you need thunderstorms. I haven't seen a lot of rain here, let alone thunderstorms. Void ore miners, modifiers, and it tells us for tier 1 what we're gonna need. That is 24 of these 20 structure panels. We don't need modifiers, we need laser cores and laser lens, blah blah. And of course we need the controllers. So really useful book if you wanna learn about the environmental tech structures. Of course, if you want to see the structure, you can go online. Okay, let's see. So we got these. Now we need the structure frame, tier 1. Yes. And we're gonna need 24 for the ore miner and 16 for the solar array. So that's 40 in total. And that requires the crystals, interconnects, and iron and lapis. Interconnects are concrete and connectors. Connectors are, so we need 40 of these. That is 40 of these recipes, right? So we need 160 iron. Now to make it easy on myself, that is 120. That is 160. Bunch of redstone. And let's see if we can make these 160. Okay. Then the black concrete to make interconnects. And we actually have a few left. And we'll find out where I dirt for that. Now we need litherite, crystals, lapis, and more iron. So let's get some of this. And that should be enough. So now we can make 40 of these. Structure frame tier 1. Okay, I'm gonna put them in here for now. Right. Next we need for the void ore miner, we need structure panels. And we need 20 structure panels. So we need 20 connectors, we need 80 gold iron bars, and we need 80 gold nuggets. So this is 81 gold nuggets, and this is, say, let's see, 64, 80. I need, see, I knew I needed more of these. That's okay. We'll see. I need, what did I say? 20 structure panels, 20 of these. That's 12. No, I'm sorry, I need 20, not 20 crafts. Now we can make 20 structure panels. So far, so good. Right? Okay. We need 2 laser cores, which requires 2 connectors, so we need another 4 of this, and we need a bunch of glass and some more iron actually. So let's get, this should be enough iron. These connectors, 2 laser cores, cotton, done, nice. And nothing left here. I have glass left. I may have forgotten to put that away when I was grabbing the stuff, but I'm gonna take 7 anyway, because we also need a laser. Now initially, this is about the only one, well, we can make more. There's different lasers, and they'll have different effects. The yellow laser has an additional chance for glowstone or gold. The red laser has an additional chance for redstone. If you want to look at the lithrite crystals, it has a preferred laser that is green. So actually we can make it green. Sometimes it's a lot harder. You need different crystals for this. But green lasers we can make. But for now we have a laser. So we have all the parts that we need for the void ore miner, apart from the controller. We need 4 null modifiers for the solar panel, so that is 4 interconnects again. So that is 4 black concrete, and that is 20 iron. Am I right? Let's see. So we need 4 of these, we need 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need that. Then 4 interconnects. And finally we need glass and iron. And 16 iron and 16 glass. If I'm not mistaken. Which I'm not. Good. We got the modifiers, we have the structure frames, we need solar cells. And actually we're gonna need 10 of these. So we're gonna need 30 photovoltaic cells, which is a bunch of lapis, and 30 nether quartz, exactly what I was bringing with me. 30 of these. There we go. And now we need 10 interconnects, so we need 10 more concrete. Yeah, I think we're okay with the concrete. 10, that means math on camera. 10 times the recipe. No. Yes, 10 times this recipe. So that is 40 and 50. 40 and 50. Using my scroll wheel here, by the way, in case you're not familiar. That is from a mouse tweaks, which is really, really useful. Sorry, I need to make these first. And then we make the interconnects. Then we need 20 more redstone and 30 the right crystals. 30. So we can make 10 solar panels. Yeah. All right. We're going. Yeah, there's not many raw resources left here by now. Now, what we need next is the Tier 1 solar array, which requires 4 blocks of litherite and 4 blocks of lapis lazuli. This is 4 blocks. And 36 of these ones. Hello? 4 blocks. And 4 blocks. And that one. We have the solar array controller tier 1. Let's start with tier 1, right? For now. Tier 1 should be quest, I guess. Maybe not. Oh, yes, I know why. I'll come to that in a moment. Now we need a void ore miner controller. And a void ore miner controller requires another 4 blocks. So another 36. And I think I forgot. No, I didn't yet. So far I haven't. I'm like, oh, I need a block of diamonds. We have a block. What else do we need? We need the diode, which is glass, redstone, and iron. We still have some left, which is pretty good. Let's see if I got this right. I didn't. There we go. Diode. The blocks. We have these. We don't need white stained glass. Thank you. We need a laser. I should make a second laser, which is probably why I have 7 glass left here. Right. One of you can go in here. And 2 interconnects. Exactly right. So that is right. And then we need 10 redstone. 2 of these recipes. 2 of these recipes. And 1 of these recipes. A void ore miner controller tier 1. Good. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. Okay. Now I want a bunch of gold nuggets because I need to store my power somewhere. And I really like the power cells from RF Tools because they're wireless. Well, they connect together. So if you have one power cell there at the solar panel, another one over there, for example, they connect. And the power goes into both, and you can pull it out from either of those, which is really nice. Now, the advanced power cell, which I would like to make, requires infused diamonds that requires dimensional shards, which we don't have yet. And we can get it from the void ore miner. Hey, how convenient is that? So we'll start with the yes. We'll start with a simple one, and we need 8 blocks of redstone. Right. And what else do we need? We need the shards, we need the tools, we need the diamonds and the emeralds. Okay. Then I want to make the power cell card. I need 2 of those as well. Each of the power cells requires a power cell card, and that's how you link them together. I can actually show you that if I place them. And if I put my first one in here, it says unlinked. I put it in here, and it is now still unlinked. Here then. Why aren't you linking? Let's see, right click. Now you're linked. Link ID 42. That means there's already 41 power cell connections, people using power cells. 41 on the server already. Anyway, if I put this has a capacity of 1 million, which is not bad. And if I put this one in here, they're linked up, and we now have a capacity of 2 million. It's not that they both have 2 million, it's just that our network currently has 2 million. So that is really nice, and you can configure the size for in and out. Also, you can make a wrench if you want to be more precise. That's for now. Change this, maybe they will stack. Good. So I've cleared out the area where the solar panel will be. And actually the solar panel controller is going to be exactly where the lamp is right now. But for now, let's keep it there, which is fine. This one is going to be inputting, because it's only, for now it's only going to be the solar panel input on the cell. We can take away the lantern for now. Maybe I'll put it back on the bottom, we'll see. And then we place the solar panel, the controller tier 1. If I right click it, it says producing 0. And I'm the owner, which I concur. And I forgot my Valkyrie lib guide, because I wanted to see the controls for the, oh, it's right here. The controls for the assembler again. So I can show you that before I start building it. So the assembler, hold right click, shift, left click for the list of required blocks. So yes, if you don't want to consult the guidebook, you can also show it here. 4 null modifiers, 16 structure frames tier 1 or above, 9 solar cells of any type. I have that. So now I can right click it. And I just hold right click and it will start building it. And it should have used all the blocks I had. And if I now right click it again, it produces 217 FE per tick. And you can see this going up steadily. Nice. Yeah, let's put the lantern back for now. Maybe I'll come up with a better lighting plan for this. So, the solar panel. Actually, once we start getting the other crystals from the void ore miner, we can already start upgrading this. Even if we stay with a tier 1, you know, we can change the litherite solar cells and solar. We can change them out for rhodium solar cells, and they will already generate more power even in a tier 1 solar panel. So that's how we slowly increase our capacity until we get to the highest tiers, which is quite a ways away. So it's going to take us a while to get these crystals. And that's why I want to set this up right now. One thing I forgot to do, I want to set up I want to make this a green lens. And I'm going to need all of this. And let's see, because I want to focus on the crystals for now. Now, the first tier is 4 blocks high. I want to have the ground floor here. So, why not? 3, 4. I want the controller to sit there. The controller in the void ore miner sits on top of the structure. And this, if I remove this block, goes all the way down to bedrock. Okay. Where's our assembler? Again, we can left click it. It will tell us 24 structure frames, 20 structure panels, 2 laser cores and a laser lens, 24, 22 and 1. Yeah, we should be okay. Let's right click spam this thing here. And, well, I was gonna say, we will see when it's ready, if you get the laser beam. If there's anything wrong, any block you missed, if there's any obstruction towards bedrock, you will not get a laser lens. It's not doing anything yet though, for a number of reasons. It needs an inventory to drop the blocks into. And actually we can put this here, why not? It needs a power source, which we'll give it in a second. This doesn't have any power yet because I don't have the link card in it. And I want to be able to switch it off. And with the lever on, this is switched off. So we put this in here. Power is, oh, it's actually, let's see, is it night? Can we sleep? Because yes, I now depend on the daytime. So it says here 400 ticks per ore and 1000 RF per tick. So each ore is going to take us 400,000 RF, which is a lot. And we almost have enough for one ore now. And if nobody's complaining, then I'm gonna sleep. Alright. It's annoying that this always gives me weakness and mining fatigue for a while. And maybe the sleep charm. But I prefer the sleeping fast. Okay. We should have enough. We can get the switches on and wait 20 seconds and see our first ore appear. Cool! Our first ore. And you won't even notice that I changed the setup. Did you? I made two mistakes. And I'm like, why is this not working? So apparently the chest or the crate or whatever you put use as an output for the void ore miner has to be on top. And I forgot to switch this one to output. So it used almost its full buffer. Yeah, it fills up pretty quickly, with the solar panel. But then, as soon as you get one ore, it drains like almost all of it. And we got a silver ore. Now, the next tier, we can have modifiers, speed modifiers and precision modifiers. The speed modifiers will, of course, cost more RF drain or FE drain, but the precision modifiers mean that I even have a increased chance of the crystals from this lens. So, let's see, the other lenses that we need, Erodium, comes from the magenta laser lens. But first, I think, because if we look at the next tier, just for funsies, we look at the next tier solar array, which is the first thing I want to make. I need 8 more structure frames. And these structure frames require the litherite. I need, let's see, I have some modifiers. I need more solar cells. And the Erodium solar cells require litherite solar cells. So I still need a lot of litherite before I can continue with the Erodium. Now there's one thing I forgot to do, and that is check for quests. See, I didn't claim anything yet. I should have started the tree line here first, the tech tree. It gives you a lot of information, which is more or less what I've already told you. Now, luckily it finds all of the ones that I did as well. So it knows I did the structure frames, the solar tier, and the void ore miner tier 1. And I can't do this, but this one I can't actually do because I need a resource miner for that. Not sure if I'm going to go that route just now, because I definitely don't have enough, or have to run both of these, resource miner and void ore miner. And rhodium we need to get, then we need cryonite, then we need palladium, then we need ionite, and finally we need aethium to get to the tier 6. Which is a bit away, because again, this is slow. It's off for now. Let's see, I can switch it on. And you can see this draining. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 70, 60, 50. Every time it's 10,000 RF. It's gone. Right? And then, oh look, we have a second one. We have lead ore. One more thing I want to do is where I am now, I'm going to claim this and chunk load it. Now I have one chunk loaded where the ender pearls are growing, and now I have this chunk loaded because now it is going to run very slowly because it's relying on a solar panel to get power, and this is actually going to drain. That means it's only going to work for every little bit of Fe that we get from the solar panel. Hey, we got an erodium crystal. Nice. I mean, you can get them from lower tiers. It's just that the different, well, yes, you can get them from this tier. It's just that the different color lens increases the rate. But that's not bad. Now, see, now it's going to drain completely. Almost there. So I'm not too worried about the tick rate for this, because it's only going to do something when power comes in from the solar panel. You can see this one is also draining. It had 1 million. And we're getting some nice ores. So I will, maybe I'll have a look with the goggles to see how much this actually ticks. But considering the fact that it's just running very slowly because we're out of power, I'm not too worried. So this is environmental tech. Well, yeah, I want to do more, but I can't, right? I need to wait for the crystals, but it still is good. I've got the first power setup I have, I can switch this off. During the day, we will get power. Right, not right now. Um, so, which means we can also use this if I make another one. We could use this for other machines if you want to do so. And I think I do want to do so. Now, let me know if you have any ideas about where to continue next. There's loads of mods in here in the pack, right? Um, Nuclear craft is nice, and advanced rocketry is also really cool. Big multi-block machines. I see it more as a means than a goal, though, and same is that for immersive engineering. I see two bees. We could do bees. We could do some more magic, like blood magic. We could do embers. All of that is really unrelated to the tech mods. Doesn't matter though. I want to do them all eventually. I could also go for the ore. Rather, we have ore doubling in the smeltery now. I can go for ore quintupling. That means for every single ore I get 5 ingots. But that's quite a quite a long way away. And yeah, I need to make a lot of stuff here. But that would be a way to go. I also want to get some villagers for my emeralds. Now, I think I lost most of my villagers that were trading beets, if not all of them. I still have the one that trades nether wart. I think the others were killed by zombies, but I can find more villagers in the world. Then I want to bring them here. So maybe we'll do that in between. And actually, I just remember I want to make food. Ah, yes. I think we're gonna start villagers and then food. I think that would be because I'm trying to keep my nutrients up, but it's really hard in dairy especially. If I look at my food um, crate, which I renamed in an anvil, these are only 0.5, and they're only half a hunch and 1.5 of the saturation. It's really, really bad. So I'd like to get better food in. So yeah, I think that's the way forward. Villagers, I need to find a nice location to place them. I might do it right here, over there perhaps. Yeah, we'll see. And then food. So for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please look at the description for the video to find information about the FTOG server, Discord, etc. to join us. We would like that. We would like you to join us. So let me know if you have any ideas, if you have any questions, if you would like me to do something else different. I got one feedback saying that my voice was too soft. I tried to change that, so I've changed my Minecraft volume now to, where is it? 25. Oh, and you might have noticed the resource is slightly different. Better textures. You don't see much of it. There's a few things where I noticed it earlier. And so that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks very much for watching and take care. Bye bye.